All right, everybody. Super excited. This is episode 51 of Constant Elevation. My name is Tamal. It's like Jamal, but with a T. Got my legendary co host, Brother Jay, X Clan, Black Watch in the building. And we're really excited about this one because it's been a minute since we got together to rock. It's really since like November, and that's kind of our longest break. And I'm excited about the topic because I'm kind of bubbling to get talking about this. But
No,
good to be back and doing our thing again, man.
indeed, my lord. I missed this, man. Our combo's a good build, man. No,
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna get right into it, um, and I kind of set it off and let you take it from there. So the tonight's topic, everybody, is hip hop dead? And the reason why this came up for me was because I've been hearing this from all these talking heads and just all over the internet. Hip hop is dead, and it's annoying to me. And for a couple of reasons. One, this message is usually coming from people that are only talking about commercial rap music. First of all, you know how I feel about that because they're just completely forgetting the other elements. Two, coming from people who really don't have any footing or any type of uh, resume on any level in this, even just on a participation level. And three, even if we're just looking at music, to say that hip hop is dead would indicate that hip hop is a fad or a phase, and not a culture or anything of any importance. And that's clearly not true because the way I dress, talk, tie my sneakers, pose for pictures, and do just about everything in my life has been influenced by hip hop. So I'm heated because I just hate the to me it's misinformation going around. I'm excited to hear what you have to say because you always throw me for a loop every time you share. So that's kind of where we are with it. I'm curious what you got to think about that. If you've been seeing hearing this a lot online, or just where you are with it. So yeah.
yeah, man. To add on to what you're saying, I agree that hip hop is dead on some levels because um, for people of the '90s, let's say, the the element of hip hop was the camaraderie, the clothing, and things that you say. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we inspired. But the fact that we didn't capitalize off of the hardware, the mixers, the turntables, the clothing, all of that, we kind of missed the ball on defining what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, when it comes to a new era, not only is analog out the door, where we learned it from, because we learned it respecting our elders. So it was like a baton being passed.
Mm-hmm.
So that first divide happens to where you separate the artist that should be A&Ring or coaching the next generation. You now created a new gap. You feel me? So now you're not going to get the advanced side of what the '90s was, or '95 and coming before 2000s. It's almost like talking ancient science right now,
Right.
referring to music of that era. So now the labels go retro because they want to take the sweet spot of the '90s and rehash it, and that's not advancing the capable artists.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone like MOP is better than what they were in the '90s, you'd rather run Annie up because it's a sure shot. You know what I'm saying? Rather than say, "Yo, what's up in the catalog? Let's get something cracking," or you would just step to a new artist. So the baton is not being passed and the eldership is not respected because it's irrelevant in this era. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cass was on, dissing these young boys, they grown men now. And cats are flying private planes and selling their catalog and retiring. And cats are still having problems with their presence. I hear cats all the time, with the futures and, different artists that are successful. Them dudes has already done and retired and sold their catalog, and cats are still trying to figure it out. So there's like a kind of a sense of denial if the hip hop that we're talking about from the era is dead. has been dead. When the digital came in, it kind of stomped on his head. If if cats are not ready to reinvent themselves at this point, business wise and creative wise, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. It should be like Walking Dead in a minute. In my
So
opinion, my lord.
no, I feel you, and you made a good point, and I certainly agree with you, in a lot of ways that like there's a lot of issues with hip hop. I what I have a problem with is blanket absolute statements that are made on that are just whimsically made to get clicks and likes and stuff like that without much substance to them. You and I can have a conversation and
Right.
break down different areas where hip hop is completely fucked. And yes, we understand that. But for me as as a person, in this or whatever, I'm like, yeah, it's got some whack shit, and it's got a lot of whack elements. I think the money, I think, like you said, we didn't handle a lot of shit right early on when we had the opportunity, and so I think that's there. It's just for me overall when I hear these, I'm like, yo, it's alive and well for me in terms of I'm hearing dope music. I'm hearing it's like to me last year I heard because to me here's the thing, it's a slap in the face to artists like you, it's to artists like artists that are older that are still putting out music that still care. So that's why I get so passionate about it, because to me it shits on people who are still about about it. Yeah, is overall is it the finances fucked up? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's what I was looking at.
Well, it has to be a good investment in this day and stage. It's no longer the feeling of the A&R. I like this artist
Right.
or whatever. It has to be an investment. You know what I'm saying? Our era was spoiled. Though we got bad contracts, we got heavy advances. We didn't understand that we were being bought out for a perpetuity period.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think about that when you signing the thing in as many figures on the paper and shit. You saying, well, damn, you want to pay me for these little rap words and things that I'm delivering to you. That's a heavy risk. So having lost so much, these labels are kind of backing off. It's kind of what you see today in movies. Like, no longer are they looking at spending 100, $200 million on a film anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now it's like, damn, you just give me something whack off the editing floor and just feel like I did my job and everybody was paid and the company got to deal with the heckles of the audience. You know what I'm saying? Even where you're talking about, the hip hop is dead hecklers and shit. Like, hip hop is dead. They doing that to taunt like y'all never did shit with your hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Out of 50 artists, probably 10 to 15 of those artists became like celebrity, like film and so on, Ice T's and Latifahs and so on. But now you look at the ratio versus young heads that's coming in. Glorilla's like a superstar now.
Right.
She walked right past. Dochi's a superstar now. We just saw her coming out like, she was talking about, hey, I was on my last dime, and then all of a sudden you number
Yeah.
so hip hop for this era is alive and well. They renamed it, called it rap, and then they divided and they got trap and drill, and they done went on and said whatever y'all understanding the rhyme was is not ours.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that divide between generations, we weren't able to pass the baton to say, watch
Yeah.
out. That
Yeah.
360 deal is a new version of what I signed back in 19 whatever 90 or whatever it is. Watch out for this.
Right.
We get to have those conversations.
Right. Right.
We never get to give. I compare NBA to hip hop all the time.
Mm-hmm.
For people that are in sports, when you have teams that don't have the veterans on there to say, yo, watch your spending. Yo, Zion, watch out for the porno shorties that come and put your breads. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got that in the locker room, dog, it's just pure drama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? and then the veteran player doesn't have to exert so much. You're not trying to be better than Jordan anymore. You're trying to be consistent and get your check.
Right.
So let's compare it back to hip hop now. These artists that are veteran should come out at a pace. Don't come out trying to be the top flipper. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Learn how to make a good song and pace yourself and use your popularity wisely. Like, oh snap, that's the guy from Black Sheep. I didn't know he gets down like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Pharoah Monch. Oh, I didn't know you could sing. That's dope. I want to put that in my rotation. Whatever your superpower was, be ready to demonstrate that. And I don't think that the artists of that era have enough heart to experiment there. Okay? Because if
Mhm.
it's wrong, it could be like Snoop Lion.
Right.
Yeah, it could be like, you know what I'm saying? My people follow me around wherever I go. If I want to go to Jamaica and smoke weed and change my name and rock with me, sometimes that doesn't happen. But hey, he got an award.
Right. 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 Yeah. Let me ask you a question. So you brought up something, and I've thought about this often too, because in a real culture, knowledge is passed down from elder to the youth, right? In some shape or form, whether it's oral, written, or whatever, it's passed down, and the standards don't change as it's passed down, right? Or they're not supposed to anyway. So, do you think? You made a point that the baton hasn't been passed. Do you think? I've really looked at that, man, as I beat up on the younger artists or whatever. I feel like as an older person, we almost have to take some responsibility for that. For like, because I talked to one young brother. He's a kind of grimy dude out of Rochester. He was like, "Y'all, he said, OGs." He was like, "Our OGs didn't tell us shit." He said, "Y'all had us out here slinging packs and holding guns." He's like, "So, like," he said, "Y'all didn't tell me shit."
That that's
So,
part, that's part of the fuck you. That's very important. How did
so I
you
mean,
how did
yeah,
you treat young brothers when they needed it? How did you treat them? And because Cass was still trying to climb the ladder, like, I can't give it to you, young boy. I didn't get there yet. I can't give it to you, young boy. I didn't get it. I didn't get there yet. They keep saying the same shit, and then one day, nigga was like, "Yo, I'm not messing with you. Your kind of 16 bars, your beats, everything. I'm totally breaking the tradition on this." Okay, so they don't even have break dancing. They don't even have the graffiti and all of that. They don't have they erase the elements, dog. And even the rhyming is not it's not bar based like a spitter. Is more R&B to these cats are serenading. You know what I'm saying?
oh
And where
yeah,
you limited on the equipment, like rhyme from your voice. They turn the electric thing all the way up and say, "Yo, I'm gonna turn it all the way to the 20th meter." So it's all a rebellion against everything that we put as some kind of unsaid rule. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's what a kid will do, just to say, "Yo, fuck you," and this is how I'm gonna do it. Totally opposite of everything until I crash and burn. And then when I crash and burn, I'm gonna come in. I'm sorry, OG. I should have listened to you, OG. How many times you hear that? You feel what I'm saying? That's why I say, oh man, go ahead on with that. When Cass was talking all that, yo, don't rhyme when you over 40 and all of that. Now they over 40. Still trying to push a record. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Sorry, OG. I didn't know what that feels like. Now that I'm 45, I kind of feel you and I still got that urge and I got that way. Nah, dog. You said you're supposed to put the pin up. So you can't go past whatever.
Right, right.
These guys don't realize they think they're gonna be young forever like we thought. You
It's
know,
crazy.
that we thought we was gonna be young forever. Like, yo, I'll always be doing windmills. I'll always be grabbing the mic when I come out and shit. Nah, man, a different reality hits you, and if you don't reinvent yourself, you'll bore yourself, dog.
Right, right, right. Yo, you made a good point. Um, as far as like just like again going back to that baton being passed, man, and just it's there's definitely a gap now, right? Like because we came up sampling our parents' music and older music and emulating that, taking things from the older stuff. they want nothing to do with our shit now. Like
Nothing, dog.
nothing,
Nothing.
nothing. You know what
Nothing.
I'm saying?
Cash should have known from the Superman dance that you weren't invited to the party. All right. When the older woman was going to the club, when that shit first dropped and they was trying to do them dances, it looked wow. It don't look like Electric Slide. It looked like, yo, shorty, this is where you're supposed to get off the bus.
Right.
But coming up over the years, it's getting worse. Now you see them with the come on, dog. It's like gang signs now, the dances and shit. You gotta know the code and shit, nigga. That's like
Yeah.
dog, hip
Yeah.
was for cats to stay hip on what was happening in my mind. Like, whatever the word that everybody was kicking is shared. Now it's like code now, where
Right.
cats are talking so much code on the records that past a certain generation, it's not even worth us listening to. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Because I'm not on the corner. I'm not in the trap. So you may have language that you want to practice. Hip hop, for some reason, allows y'all to do that. There used to be a ban on that if it looked like you were, um, speaking gang culture or sending signals out and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all open, everybody going to Vlad and telling the code.
Right. Right.
So the way that they talk, and this is what I say: if the baton was passed, and OG would say, "Yo, man, you talk too much." You know what I'm saying? And tell all your men's that they got to shut down too. Put them on some exclusive agreements where they can't go on the YouTube and be talking all the business
Labbing.
or going by the pool filming and one of you motherfuckers gets caught up outside your house. You know what I'm saying? The game is passed. OG can smell foul shit before a young nigga admits it. You know,
Right.
and now you seeing all these deaths because they signing away their life. So it's like, hey, if you die faster, the label advances. They getting that Elvis money, that martyr rap, as I call it.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yo, let me ask you a question about or bring up touch on it briefly. That the ageism in hip hop is kind of like mind boggling to me. Where do you think that comes from? Because like, you look at any other genre of music. I mean, the Who, Led Zeppelin, these cats are still touring, packing out stadiums. It's 50, 60 something. With us, it's like hip hop's a young man's game. You see the meme, stop rapping over 40. Like, where do you think that the origin of all that is coming from?
It came from a young hater or something, man. You know what I'm saying? That don't want no competition. You know what I'm saying? The writing is thinner. Rap writing is like how movies are today. Like it's bad scripts. Saying when we watch old movies, we say, "Damn, this writing was real good." Because Cass was, writing for their life. They was writing to be that superstar. This is before they became the iconic writers or whatever.
Right.
Now they're blessed with so much paper. It's like, yo, we just putting the faith in you, and they fail. So the young writer will be like, man, that's that old shit, man. Y'all niggas need to stop. The room needs to get smaller because everybody's trying to get in it.
It's a good
Ain't
point.
no limit to creativity. As long as you dope, you dope. You know what I'm saying? You don't think LL is going to be on stage 20 years from now? God bless him with life. You know what I'm saying? You got iconic songs. A lot of MCs from our era didn't do enough to speak like they're going to be like a Mick Jagger or that kind of shit. Mick Jagger did a lot of shit. It was just like a garage band or something, dog. These dudes, they opened the genre for rock and roll and then becoming classic rock and roll. Now, cats from our era have to look like when I came out, what was it all about? My hair being braided when nobody was braided, or I had the freshest outfit from the mall and shit because I got it with the record money. I mean, what are we talking about that's supposed to be celebrated 20, 30 years later? What kind of impact have you made? And once they admit that, then the room automatically gets smaller. Now we can start concentrating on who really needs to be celebrated and who needs to be just saluted for their effort.
Right. There's tears within this. We talked about it before. Like, how there's cats that had one good song and riding the coattails of that song forever. And what did you really contribute? So that makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's where the young artists can now look back and say, okay, this is y'all pantheon. You know what I'm saying? If I'm an NBA player and I say, well, you got to go back and learn McLeod and McGinnis, and I'm not calling names like Dr. J and relevant names. And if you're not noting what they did, why do I have to care about those players?
Right.
Right? If McGinnis wasn't snatching 20 rebounds a game, what am I supposed to do? Oh, he was good because he was there, and whatever case may be. No, man, there's a lot of scrubs that are signed.
Yeah.
As role players, but the ones who stand out for a specific situation, 5,000 assists. You know what I'm saying? He was the glue of the team. Like a Charles Oakley. You weren't no high scorer, but you set off the Draymond generations of cats, that enforcer mentality. So we can mention you in high honor. It wasn't like you got out on the floor with just a mean guy elbowing cats. You know what I'm saying? So when you can define artists like that, to say, yo, man, he didn't have the best records, but the God kept the peace. You know what I'm saying? When he came around, the club didn't get robbed. Or it was. People have to start noting what was your special power if you're trying to be in the text of time, so to speak.
Right.
You can't praise everybody because everybody wasn't dope.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like how we feel right now about hip hop. Feeling like that in the '90s. Like y'all put this on, y'all got a cat singing like John Wayne, like going #1 dog, da hard dog. Y'all playing? Yeah, it's a game now and shit.
Rapping Duke catching strays.
Weird Al Yankovic and shit, nigga. It's easy now. It's like this now. Word. We should have been insulted then.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of our shit is self-inflicted wounds, man. And we had an opportunity. There was a window of time for us to, like you said, have to get ownership of different things, own our own publications, and really set the groundwork for things. Let me ask you this though: do you think the fact that, because it seems like now in 2026, people look at hip hop and look at rapping in particular as almost a get rich quick scheme. Like if I just get to hit this auto tune, get some followers, I'm good. Like, do you think that has it? I mean, to me, that's problematic because it cheapens the whole thing. If 30, because somebody mentioned to me when we were young, like he was like, yo, like rappers used to be superheroes because not everybody could do this shit. Like it was like, damn, like I looked at you, I thought you were like 20 years older than me when I was a kid. So like, but now it's like you tell somebody you rap. Oh yeah, my cousin rap. I rap. Like we all rap. Like we rap.
Because the technology makes it plug and play for you to self-proclaim yourself. You go online, you can go practice your lines in the back with the homies, press record on the YouTube, and wait for the first one that loves it. Because in your mind, it's like somebody in the world gotta love me, man. So it's like a desperate reach. We didn't have that power back in the days. The reason we were superheroes is because a contract was pulled out professionally to say you are signed to a brand.
Right.
Okay? So amongst all the millions of people in your city, you are signed and representing your city. When that got played out, where it's like you're not getting anything out of it, the young heads say, well, I'm not going to be wait to be chosen. I'm going to find a way. And I'm telling you, when Soldier Boy came and did his thing, that dude is deep, man. People don't realize the turning point of what he was introducing. I don't know who his team was and who was representing him at the time frame, but he cracked that digital shit, dog. You know,
as far from what level, as far as like distributing his music and stuff, and getting his
using the MySpace
okay
to break open. So before Instagram, before all of that, this really taught the platforms like, damn, a star can be made. So now when you see what's the black kid with the dreads, who gets all the hits, Kai Sanat.
Yeah, the video game dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see him, Speed, all of that is from that whole generation of
Yeah.
Soldier Boy. You know, the followers. Hey, chat, what's going on? Always having something, and then the labels infusing that into the artist. You got to be like him. You got to walk your dog and take your girl to the Waffle House and film the food and blah 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 blah. That changed it.
Yeah.
Because it's no longer about creativity. It's about if I like your personality or not.
Yeah, it's about marketability more than creativity, right? Or just like
Yeah,
whatever gimmick you have. Do you do some weird shit?
yeah,
Like,
totally. Do you jump off of planes? You know, jackass like MTV dudes. You know, what is your thing? And you've had that. Look at all the weird dudes that have come through the channel. What's his name? Tyler Creator. Cats couldn't even figure out what he was doing, but he was appealing to the jackass audience. But at the same time, you got a dope voice and you can rhyme
right.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
So
you can,
that's scary, dog. That's like
right,
a double-edged sword. Like really, when you rip all the foolishness aside, you are a dope MC.
right, right.
And that's them holding that sword to the side. We come out with the sword all the way up. I'm King Arthur. I'm the freshest. I'm, the such and such from the '90s, whatever it is, dog. No, man. No, dog. Ain't gonna be no more Rakims and none of that shit. Worship forever and shit. None of that. That shit is dead, bro.
Yeah.
That
I
that, that side of hip hop is dead. The superhero. Oh, you got a contract you signed on and all that other shit. Nah, man.
yeah.
Nah, dog. You
No,
gotta sign that 360 deal. You gotta sign that blood deal in order to be in now. It's different.
no, and I agree with you. Like, and as I said at the top of the joint, I mean, this definitely hip hop is not without its problems, and that's definitely one of them, right? And this it's so frustrating. I look at artists all the time. I'm like, man, if you're an artist, you really better love doing this shit. Because if it's just about the bread, then because it's about the gimmick. You've seen so many talented artists. I've seen so many. I'm like, but it's about some extra shit now. People go straight to your Instagram. How many followers you got? Like,
Yeah,
did
you
you
don't
go
have time.
viral?
You don't have time to love it, brother. What you love it? You know what I'm saying? Like we are a poet that goes down to get snapped fingers at the pub or some shit, nigga. We in the game
Yeah,
and we want to be paid. If you paying somebody to come to the bar $10,000 because they got a hot single, dog, you know the artists of the era are looking like, damn, you just paid Paul Wall or one of these guys to come up to your club and just sit in that bitch and give them a couple racks, and you've been at it for years and they're not giving you that kind of love, dog. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel away. Why
yeah,
you want to go and reinvent yourself to say, yo, man, I need to really assess if this is for me or not.
right,
Not
right,
if you're dope or not. If I'm for this, do I have the endurance, the patience, the bread? Without the bread, you're nothing. If you can get several adult people to put up capital behind your talent, you know it's serious. Otherwise, you're fooling yourself, bro. Okay? Okay? If you just want to go to the corner spot when they have the little mic gatherings and shit, all day, go do your fucking thing. And enjoy and know it leads there. That's like going to the hood park to play ball and you feel like somebody's gonna see me when I do this layup. You know good and well ain't nobody watching, dog. If
right.
you're serious, you train, and you get into the right arenas, and you make sure that you got the right money behind you. You know if you're going for that climb, just playing ball, you spending money. The right shoes, the right bill, the right food. Why would it be different than hip hop? Okay? We were lazy with that. So cats weren't becoming better. You know who clowned us all? The Fugees. He
Mm.
said, I'm not coming back just rapping at the mic. This nigga's playing guitar. I can sing like a bird, and the homie's a good role player for whatever the fuck we need, and we got a full band behind us. They clown all of hip hop to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, interesting way to look at it. I mean, like, do you even recommend anybody like? Because here's the thing: you said you got to have bread, people investing in you. I mean, like, if I'm just an artist, I'm just saying, think me, little guy, I want to rap, I want to MC. And you're like, I come to you and talk. You're like, yo, you need this, and this. I mean, like,
Yeah,
why would I? I mean, just talk to me, like, talking out loud. Why would I even want to go down that road? Like,
for the money. Period. and what I straight up and down, why are you in it? You want to be with the flashy rings and the cars and all of that shit? All that shit costs money. Period. You want bread, dog? You gotta bring me drama, or you gotta have some kind of history behind your shit. You gotta have drama, dog. Every artist that's on board right now has drama. I don't care who you name.
everyone,
Megan Thee Stallion, shot in the foot.
all of them,
You know,
all of them.
everybody.
Everyone that's on that commercial, yeah, that level, they all got some shit. They all of them.
Drama, or you've been in some kind of film or dramatic exercise, dog. So if you coming in the game now, this is where I say to veteran artists now, you have a leg up, because if your story is valuable enough, then that replaces the drama that they are looking for.
Right.
You have a history that presents drama instead of you having to create present day bullshit.
Right. But it's the drama's still there regardless, though. Right.
But you gotta script your shit. You can't
Yeah.
be lazy. Like, hey, sign my documentary. Just take it. Let me just talk to somebody in the room. You think you Jim Morrison? Like, go to the studio or somebody's writing the parable? No, dog. You gotta work. You gotta type. You gotta remember accurately. You gotta fact check. You gotta get a research team. You gotta do a lot of shit, dog. With a doc for real. Because at the end of the day, why should I give a fuck about you?
Right. Right. How are you different than anybody else? So then, all right. So let's just say, we're gonna play devil's advocate. Let's pretend I'm the most naive artist in the room, and I just want to put my art out there for people to listen to, and I just, I'm not even trying to get the bread. If it happens, it happens. Is there a place for an artist like that, or is it like, yo, what are you doing?
What kind of artist are you? Are you singing? You know, we got dreadlock country singers now, dog. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what are you doing? And that nigga can rhyme. There's Shambuzi dude, he can rhyme. But just look what he's doing. And he ain't doing no Nas X. This is like some real down home casters at the barbecue, at the football game.
Yeah.
This is his shit, nigga. This is some other shit.
Yeah, there's some interesting country rappers out, and I mean, it's a lot. So you're saying, so then it sounds like you're saying I gotta have something extra.
You gotta have a theme.
I gotta have something.
What do you
So I can't just be. So gone are the days when I can just be little old me and be talented enough, and that's it.
Name me somebody that does that.
So I'm saying,
And even Kendrick has a posse. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if it be Schoolboy Q and the rest of them or whatever, everybody got a posse. So where's your crew?
I need a crew.
Where's my insurance that if you're whack, somebody in your crew will jump off? Because you think about it, from the time that Cash Money was signed, you know, even Nicki Minaj and them came in a crew. Drake was there, the Tiger Kid,
Right.
as writers, all of this shit. Everybody has been in a clique. Okay, so where's your crew? And what's your theme? What kind of rapper are you? Are you a punk rock rapper, a gangster rapper? Are you a Bruno Mars type of rapper? What are you? You trying to bring the era back? What you gonna do? Wear some Adidas and go Beastie Boy on me and come out with the shit? What kind of artist are you? Don't just tell me.
But I gotta have something then. That's what he's saying. I gotta have something.
You gotta have a theme, my lord. You gotta have a theme. And that's where cats lose it, because they just thinking like, yo, I wrote a dope rhyme last night. Nobody cares about that, dog. You jumbling around the alphabet. We trying to find something to make some bread with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have the capability to write songs. You have the capability to compose tracks. Where's your team? Where's your band? Can you perform live? Are you a live MC? Are you like the Roots, where you come out and you can rock for an hour and a half?
Right, right, right,
You know what I'm saying? Don't come to me talking about, yo, I can rap and I got a couple of beats. You can tell the AI to make you beats, so that's not impressive.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not trying to do this, man. I don't. It seems like if you're not a quote unquote legacy artist or whatever, even then, I mean, it's changed for y'all, but it's like I don't know. I pity the person who just wants to who thinks just being nice at whatever they do is enough because it ain't.
It's not, bro. And it never was built for it to be like that. That's why I'm
Right,
saying I don't know who told them that it's about them. Period. It's not about you. Hey, I think I'm dope. I hit a note in the shower. Let me go to the record label. No, it's never been that. It's never been that.
right,
I don't
right,
even know. And these are butthurt people who make it like the devil's at the label, sitting there. He doesn't want to hear my music, and that's why I'm not signed. And shit. You think about psychological issues, man. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? You go to the park and score 40 and feel like, yo, the scouts should be here to watch me. You know, they holding me back.
right,
Nigga, nobody care about you scoring on some scrubs from the neighborhood, dog. As soon as you get up in the real building, let's really see. Now
right.
it's about genetics. You may be 6'2" in the park, think you the shit. You may be taller than some of the homies, but you're when you get to the league, the point guard is 6'7".
Right. You're short. Like you're a center when you're a center at home, and you're a center at home. You get out with the real league or whatever. You're barely a point guard. So
Correct. So what you think you are with your self-produced songs at home, and you go out on a tour, a big tour where artists is dropping catalog for 7, 8 years of being in the game strong and putting his money out and the whole nine. He got hit for every summer. And here you talking about, yo, I'm fresh, I'm this from the hood, whatever you talking. Even it could be conscious gangster, whatever. If
right.
you ain't got no hits, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
ain't. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to the verses and hold down 30 minutes. You even see superstars running out of records on a show like that.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay? So what is an artist coming in this game talking about, yo, I'm the dopest dog? You can't go 30 minutes of bangers.
Right.
That's the endurance. You may go to the little block function and whatnot and spit 2 or 3 of your hot ones, but that don't make you no star. 3 hot ones, that's about 5, 10 minutes on the verse. Now you seeing them guards that are 6'7" now coming out, dog. It looks kind of different.
Yeah.
They not. That's why I say a lot of this is denial, and now that everybody's mingling on the internet, it's a lot of weirdo, a lot of butt hurts. I didn't get mine years ago. You know what I'm saying? Part of the reason that these cats rhyme like this now is because we shit on the sisters so long ago. Remember, they have children. So when you didn't pick them or let them hit the mic, what do you think they training them dance moves and them lyrics and all of that? Where do you think that's coming from?
Right. Right.
Okay? If on the majority level the man ain't home and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Connect those dots. That's another side of a weird ass audience. The vengeance through my child audience and whatnot. It does exist. It does exist. It make you think, right?
Right, right, right. No, that's a good point, man. I mean, I never looked at it like that, but yeah, it's a weird game. One of the other things I wanted to bring up is that I feel like that my man brought it up too. Like the the outlets are different now too. Like even if you from I'm just looking at the listener perspective now, like back in the day, I always tell people we got sport. I'd come home, put on video, music box or whatever, MTV Raps. You know what I mean? Rap City, Arsenio Hall was breaking records. Living Color was breaking records. Like you gotta even if I'm just saying from a consumer's perspective, I gotta weed through a ton of bullshit
Yeah.
to get to anything substantial. It's like if you panning for gold, you got to go through a ton of rocks, a ton of granite to get
Yeah.
that little So that's the
because
other thing
we're
too.
not
It's
committed anymore.
huh?
When Arsenio was on, we were committed. We were
Mm,
committed to TV at the time, and there wasn't too many of them. So it wasn't like I'm not watching Arsenio. Let me go turn on the internet. There was no internet.
right.
There were no options. There's too many options. We don't even know who to trust.
Yeah,
Everybody trusted Spotify, and then found out it was what some AI feeder or something, or throwing you shillings and whatnot, dog. It was all good when it was like, oh snap, a free medium for me to put my shit through. And it's like anything free, you got to question, dog.
right,
Anything free. The rate of how you become a star on YouTube is heavy, dog. You roll the dice. It's like, yo, will I get 70,000 on this if I say something crazy? You know what I'm saying? And people get thirsty, like they want rent for coming on here and talking whatever it is, dog. And it's not built for that. It's built for you to have an intelligent channel that passes on knowledge. What are we talking about? You getting up here goofy, people taking off their clothes, losing the game, go do OnlyFans. what the hell is going on? It's too many options, dog.
yeah. It's a lot. It's definitely oversaturated. So and I'm grateful I found out about a lot of talented artists, but at the same time, the amount of shit that I sift through I'm like, my goodness, yo. And the thing is, man, joke about it all the time. Anything for likes, bro. Tide challenge, ice cube, ice bucket shit, whatever. Like
Yeah.
anything, the most like because back in the day, we actually cared about what people thought as far as like we were looking like assholes and that, looking stupid.
Now it don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter because if I'm in the neighborhood you'll never come through, I went viral. And going viral is like hitting the number. Okay? So they say, well, yo, if you go viral, you go on the bus and go smack the bus driver and catch it on camera, you can get some money. And cats start creating businesses for that. Okay? Bring me
Oh,
bring me some dark footage and I will make it go viral and I will cash you out. That's a business now, dog.
you seen the this was viral for a while. This is wild shit to me. You seen like the hood pranks that people do, like white dudes go to like Brownsville or something, or go to like Cabrini Green or whatever,
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, you got a problem?" And then the dude comes up to him like, "What?" And then they're pulling out the hammers on him. He's like, "Oh, I mean a math problem. I mean a math problem." And then they get yoked up
Yes.
talking about it was a joke. It was a joke. Like I'm just saying, my point is,
That's dangerous.
but
Got killed off that.
huh?
A couple people got killed off
Yeah,
that.
they did. I mean, and who's
Pranked the guy walked up in his house down south. I think it was one of the Carolinas or something.
Yep.
And he walked up on him and trying to play like he was breaking in the house or something. And homie came out with the hammer. Kept out on YouTube. And that's why I say, man, the goofy shit is what we waste. We finally get a chance to communicate with the rest of the world and we waste it. That's how I felt about hip hop when I started. Like, yo, I would get up on here and wear patent leather shoes and Sinbad pants and spin around with a flat top or something instead of putting the message out. Dog. I couldn't see it no other way. I said the freedom of speech that we fought for was already in our hands, and we spent wasted time on foolishness, alphabetical jumble, Scrabble talk, you know, new styles to rhyming in pig Latin, whatever it is, corny shit was coming out of these dudes' mouth, dog. And these labels felt like, yo, man, we just spent so much money in these advances and gambles. Those are loans, dog. You imagine how much loss.
right.
So now you say, look, we taking a drop of blood every time we sign a contract for the type of representation we got to be in. This artist has to be bound to us.
Right.
Period. Just as a protection of all the wasted funds, dog.
Yeah, and you talked about that with the AI too. Like the shit we use the AI on now and stuff is like, come on, man. So we got a question here. Do you think these artists will ever just sell their music independently, or will they always feel they have to use a label? Are you referring to older artists or the newer guys, newer cats coming out? Blue, I just want to make sure. But like I mean, who's really on a label, right? Let's like the top, I mean, the creme de la creme of the most marketable people, right? That's who's. I mean, nobody's really getting
Well,
deals, right?
not really, because you can get a distribution deal.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I mean,
if you got money, say you got with four of your homies and y'all got catalogs. Say you got 50 songs a piece, 200 songs or so. Y'all can put some bread up and go to a label, and you could be distributed tomorrow.
right. But I mean, but in the traditional sense of like, it was. I mean, is anybody like signed like here
Yes.
three?
Look at Empire. Look at their roster. And they did an interesting thing where it's like their whole veteran artist side is different from the smaller artists. So there's like a thousands of MCs that are signed to Empire, but you have to understand marketing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like somebody did the Ed McMahon and said, "Here's your contract. Welcome to Empire." And there's a big label party. It ain't that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that for some of the bigger names. Now you got bigger names on there. Say like the Shambuzi kid or whatever. He spent 70 weeks on Billboard
Wow.
breaking records. Now, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to go to the upper epsilon, because you would have to follow up behind that as close as possible to be in that atmosphere of the label. That's a responsibility. When somebody's pulling out the checkbook like, yo, sit still and stay in the lab, that's serious. Okay?
Right.
You have to train for that. And you got to be prepared for that. And you might have to pay for yourself for a while until the label gets it. So you can go get you a nice distribution deal, and it's like, yo, we ain't doing nothing but hits. 10 songs a day and only the best ones. At the end of the week, we're going to just push them out and pay for the service, radio, all of that. Radio costs money. I don't care how much internet you got. When somebody hears your stuff on the radio, it's certified. Period.
Yeah. It still is, even now, it still is. Yeah, it definitely still matters. I mean, so do you think it's do you think albums even matter anymore? I mean, or is it just more about the hit single, right? Like, do you think or like, do you think people even listen? I mean, the average person even like gives a damn about listening to a full album?
I think the album matters because the attention span is low now. So that song that attracted them, a week and a half, 2 weeks, it may be played out. And you have to have an option. So that's why I say where back in the days, artists rushed a lot of albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's just rhyme. Get the beat.
Right.
The money's in your hand. So you just like, yo, let's finish this album up right quick. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't compose. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of wasted time. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, you gotta put in.
Yeah. Yo, talk a little bit about the. I've talked about this on my show and in my post on my feed earlier. My man just brought it up. Talk a little bit about the shelf life of albums, because, like, we're in such a microwave era. Like, I use the Nas Primo album as an example. How December 12th that came out, everyone Nas Primo by Christmas, crickets. Like it doesn't matter what. I mean, and to me, I'm just using it as an example. To me, it doesn't matter what is like the staying power of albums used to hold us down for a year, 16 months.
But it wasn't heavily marketed.
What's that? The Nas Primo joint?
Nas and Premier. It wasn't heavily marketed. Usually when Nas is coming, Nas is coming. You feel me? So if you're not directly in his network, you don't know what the hell is happening. It used to be, oh shit, the new album, Nas, get it. When you see Jay-Z, it's everywhere. Right. Jay-Z 444. Oh my God. I had a revelation. Jay-Z came in my dreams. You have people talking all over the site. They have advertisement everywhere. Cass was really making it like it was a prophecy coming true with Jay-Z.
What? Are you serious?
Crazy, dog. You don't remember that shit?
I mean, so here's the thing. I'm in and out, man. I mean, I know there was a big buzz with that album, but what you're telling me about, like, in terms of just, like,
the cats who break down the lyrics on those channels.
Yeah.
Go back and look at those times, like when they break down Kendrick. Oh, he was saying this, and it's a double entendre, and it goes back like this.
Yeah.
JC 444 means blah 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 blah. They were making all of these prophecies
Wow.
of what these cats was talking about. If you leave it to them, Kendrick is the lyrical messiah of all time.
Of
You
course.
know, oh, he was speaking about this, and he had a jean suit on, and he's from Canada, and all this other shit. They were going crazy, and they make it more than it is. That's
Wow.
marketing. So if Nas
Yeah.
is not doing that style of marketing, it's just for the Nas heads. Yo, Nas is out, and you got to make in your mind like, am I going to keep up the tradition, or am I going to scope every song to make sure it's as dope as I remember him?
Right. Did you listen to the album?
No,
Did,
I didn't know it was out.
oh wow, yeah. So there's you go where you go about marketing, and that's just another thing too. Like like if that's why I tell cats when you talked about like the star in your own head type thing. I tell cats, you may be bubbling, you got your little thing on Instagram or whatever, but nobody really knows who the fuck you are. Like, and I look at it as like there's levels to this shit. Like my 76-year-old mom can tell me who Wu-Tang Clan is, or like there's certain, but like I tell cats like, yo, just because you you had one little video in the car pop bubbling off, please understand it's not really like that all over the world for you.
Yeah, but it's not even worth the conversation because they're in the obvious denial, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you take your son and your homies to the park and they feel like they Jordan dog, don't spoil their day. There's nothing you can tell them. Yo, man, you saw me today, 10 shots. I could go NBA. I could take Kobe or something. God bless. You know what I'm saying? Let them be. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can tell them, bro. The denial is heavy. It's a psychological issue,
Yeah.
family. That's why it's so wild in the game. And this is why they so easy to sell their souls to these brands. You know what I'm saying? For money. Yo, I don't feel like working. You want to put me on? Everything that I create for the next 2 years is yours. Just keep me in the lab, buy me some fake jewelry, and just keep pumping me. And when it's all said and done, I'll keep the crowd that fucks with me, and I'll be cool with that.
Right.
And there's no loss to them.
No.
But you just showed all your creativity for them to play for the next 10, 20 years because they only gonna take the bangers from you, dog. They're not taking the trash.
No, they're not. And you brought up something. My man brought it up too. Like as fans and stuff, everybody's like really delusional. Like the artists are delusional about how big they are. The fans are delusional about how good the music actually is in a certain case. Everybody just want to dick ride something. I mean, everybody just want to hop on something and be a part of something, and then you don't even realize what the fuck you're a part of after it's all fucked up or something. Then you're like, oh, well, why did I do that?
Great point. The dick riding, which has been 70-80% of what hip hop has been about. So while we all still, oh man, the first time I saw Big Daddy Kane or Rakim on stage, it was just time changing. It'll never be like that again. That kind of shit, it doesn't leave room for the evolution of hip hop. That's why the gap was created. Because we were so stuck on the first time that we got touched. We weren't intelligent enough consumers and A&Rs in this game to say the music is changing, the tempo is changing. We need to build another genre or whatever it is. That would be the consumer stepping up, not the artist dictating that.
Right. Yeah. And I always say like the problems of hip hop are many faceted. You can't just blame the artist. You can't blame the labels. You got to blame it's the fan being ignorant as fuck, willing to be spoon fed bullshit and not say anything. It's the artist. I mean, everybody got a piece as far as what's going on. And then you got the poor little artist who's like, I just want to like make some music, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if this is the thing for you right now. Like,
if you want it to be a hobby, keep it in your house, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep it at the local pub. Get the snap fingers and get the tips and call it a day. But stop trying to act like you're better than these superstars because you're not. And the thing is, they're getting better. Okay? I would play you some shit from some of these young dudes that you would kind of raise an eyebrow, and I know how you don't fuck with it.
Right.
But I would get an eyebrow raise out of the shit that I would pick. I would pick a good 5 songs and send them your way. You'd be like, yo, I didn't know.
I've heard some things, and because I listen to everything that's sent to us. My man sends me some stuff. He's got like a really wide range, and so I've heard some things. There's a young brother out of Louisiana. His name's Laurizi, and he's I don't know, Mike. Like who does he remind you of? He's like a bro. He's a young dude, mid-20s at that best, and I'm feeling this cat. I'll send you. He's got a bounce to his flow, but he's intelligent. He spits. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah,
they're getting better. You made a point.
you think about it. They're competing in an AI human assisted age. So you imagine the kind of mutant that this next generation who wants to get signed is going to do. It's almost like how Curry broke the league, and now you see cats shooting from the logo more than less. You know, you say, "Oh shit, Maxie, you shooting from out there with confidence like that?" It's opened up a different confidence. So you imagine the kind of mutants now that are going to be shooting bullets lyrically in this
Yeah,
game to be like,
yeah,
"Oh, that don't
yeah.
sound like that mumble rap," because they know that
Ah,
this, okay, Young Thug is better than what people think. That dude is dope. You
I
know,
got a truck. I've heard. I mean, my man can tell me probably some joints because he fucks with everything. So,
that
and the
dude.
fact,
Let me let me just pull up in the camera like that. You don't go to court to fight for a dog like that unless he got something in his tank, dog. I'm
uh,
telling you right now, the versatility of that dude's music and his lyrics are growing. And he had time to sit down for a minute, even though it was on a negative being behind bars. His lyrics will be different now. That's gonna spawn a whole new generation. Mark my word, Garbody.
I'm a peep. Nah, definitely peep. I mean, it's the game is so different. It's changed in so many ways. It's changed how there's so many things that have changed about it. How we listen to music has changed. We skip. It's so hard for me to sit with a full album now. Even me, I'm like, come on, this skit taking too fucking long. Whereas the skit used to be part of the whole whole project. So
But now this is the different thing. It's more of a visual age. All right. So listening to music, the way you talking is like your grandmother, grandfather, God bless, listening to old transistor radio, like, oh, the baseball
they're
game.
watching the baseball game on the radio, right? Like
You know what I'm saying? That's
Mantle hits the home run. Yeah, like
that's how that sounds when you talk about skipping through the album. No, these niggas are watching the album.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so that promotes a whole different basket now. When the whole album is filmed, we could only afford 3 videos per album back in the day. You might have had 12 songs on that bitch. So
right.
you got 3 hits to knock it out of the park to make them spend that full $15.99 or whatever it is. We're gonna give them a little A and B side single to see how it rocks, and then
Right,
you get a little video. If the video gets buzzed, we go to part 2, video 2. That's not the case anymore.
right.
Cats is damn near filmed the whole goddamn album before it comes out, and they're just dropping movies, dog.
Yep, yep. No, you're right about the visual, and the thing is, I've heard people tell me that they didn't rock with a track once they heard it, that when they initially heard it, video drops for it. This is recent stuff. Video drops for it,
Look,
and they're like, "Yo, that's fire." I'm like, "Yo, you just told me you didn't like that shit."
yeah, bro.
Like,
Because when you see it reenacted, when you see the movie behind the thought, it changes, and that's another bonus that this generation has. We were cheated of that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, now this
There's
is
so many tracks that should have. I would love on my wish list to have videos. I wish they had videos.
yes, and this is where the veteran artist has a leg up. For all the songs that became hits after your album passed, why are you not going back to film those songs?
I've been saying that. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
If you're going to re-put your album out, boost that sound from analog to digital quality, and put out that song now that's somebody's favorite song. Like, oh my God, Master Ace, this song 5 has been my favorite for years. And Master Ace goes, bang, new mix. I got it on a little EP that I put out with y'all favorite songs, and I filmed every video. What you think is going to happen, dog?
Yep.
Hey, look, this taps into the budget that I'm talking about because all of that costs money. I don't want to see the iPhone at Master Race video. Okay? I want to see the camera rocking, spending money because you're trying to make money. If you don't look expensive, you're not going to get bread from no generation, bro.
Right.
That's just how it is.
That's how it is. I mean, I've seen examples of someone, right, offering somebody something for free.
Yes.
And they're like, nah, I'm good. Offering the same thing for an exorbitant amount of money. Yes, that must have value because it costs.
That's correct. And
So
that's how you program, and you can't rub against the grain of the programming. That's what gets you ousted. That's the problem with conscious rappers or artists, because you always want to rub against the grain. I am perfect proof of that. You rub against the grain, you're going to feel it. And the minute your arms give out, that current is pushing you all the way back, dog. So you got to be a hell of a salmon to get upstream,
Right.
or don't get in it. We come in the game fighting going upstream.
Right. Just the hell with all this. This
Correct.
renegade. Right.
I'm not doing this. No booty song. No this.
Right.
No this. No that. Whatever.
Right. No. Just no. No.
I know how the young head feels when they said, "Well, fuck you, OG." Okay, I know how they feel. I'm saying, fuck all of y'all, because if we look ratchet and crazy, you know what I'm saying? Be black first. Be a rhythm first, if anything. You know what I'm saying? If you see this music is taking us out, that the programming has now got us this music as like a soundtrack to death.
Yeah.
Somebody got to slow down.
Right.
Nobody slow down until somebody die.
Oh yeah, and then it's like, oh, we got to do something about this.
Correct. Somebody die, go to jail. Everybody slow down for a hot minute. Like, yo, we gotta stop though and light a candle for the home. Nah, man. Do that shit before time, before he goes in. Have it to where y'all making good music that's not influencing death, bro. That's why I say fuck all of it, bro.
Right. So
death. It's not about skill anymore. You're not saying anything. You smoke it on your homie. That's a disrespect. It's like spitting on somebody's grave, bro.
Yeah. It's
crazy that you form a culture behind that, bro. That's crazy as well.
Yeah, and there is a quote unquote, I hate to say it, but there is a culture behind that now, a subculture of just, and I was joking. We joke sometimes about like, you know, the young kids with the skinny jeans and the shiesties on or whatever, and the teeth and stuff. Those kids are all strapped, ready to put one in you with the quickness, and that's it. Don't care. It doesn't matter. I realized quickly, man.
There's nothing to lose, man.
I almost got into a situation with a young kid. And I realized, like within like 2 minutes, 3 kids was like this. It was looking all crazy and weird, but they all had the things on them, and I'm like, oh, let me get back in the car.
Yeah, because you got to defend your territory. That's all you've learned.
Yeah,
protect your territory, protect your
the ops. Everybody, the ops.
Everybody, and that way you never enjoy what a comrade is, what a fellow soldier is. You never enjoy that. You always looking at everybody at the corner of your eye.
Right.
That's tension, nervousness, and you live in that in a combat zone. So you're not going to write anything but that, family.
True. And when you see, we talked about this too, the martyr rap. And when you see people dying or going to jail and becoming heroes after that, right? Like celebrities because of the, you know, they're just like, oh, well, this is what I should be doing, right? Like,
word.
Like, yeah, I'm on the right track. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no like like even if you try to tell him something different now, wait, he did this. He went and danced and cooned in front of the execs or whatever. Or he shot this dude. Or he spilled it. Ratted on. Then whatever. So this is what we're on the right path. I mean,
correct. They think
right.
that's why the necessity of an elder presence, not an older nigga, but an elder presence.
Right.
All right. The older is just a dude who's just been around for a long period of time. The elder is truly giving you some guidance. They have to know the difference. You can't put all of that into one bucket, bro. And that's the mistake of the misguided and miseducated young head, that you don't know the difference between the elders and the olders. You can't diss the generation before you. You got to find where the baton is, dog, because that's valuable. All right? That's what's going to shift culture to a negative when we don't even fuck with each other when it comes to passing on wisdom and knowledge, dog.
Yeah, and it seems like we're the last generation. So, like there's a gap, man. There's a clear, distinct gap. It's getting, to me, it's widening at times. I mean, in terms of like, yeah, passing on that information. That's why I'm grateful for the young people on our platform that do rock with like this stuff. But they're outcasts, in their circle. They're like, they're the nerds and weirdos because they rock with like the other stuff. But it's so I won't go as far as to say as hip hop is dead, but we acknowledge and say that it's got a lot of freaking issues, and
it's rotting. It's
yeah.
rotting. It's almost like I said, Walking Dead. It's like zombie mode. It's not dead to where it's in a casket. Y'all motherfuckers have been bitten by something and you walking around rotting.
Yeah.
You got cancers to it. Y'all look like Thriller right now. You know what I'm saying? It's wild.
And that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example. Back to Dex said one time, he said it's not dead, but it's comatose. It's on life support. So
it's zombie. Not even at the control of the wheel. The consumer is nothing but sheep right now. You have no control. Y'all can't stop and say, yo, we tired of hearing all of this. If you put it out, we're not buying it. Because the market is so vast, they don't even see you on the valve. You're a click. You're not spending $20 every time somebody artist drops. So some of you consumers are just saying, like, I just need your thumb. I don't really need you to talk. It's almost like voting. It's like you're only good for the popular vote. You're not good enough for a delegate vote.
Right.
Okay? So same thing with hip hop, dog.
Yeah.
It's like, you talk too much. You got a problem with this artist and that artist that we put out. I just need your thumb. I don't really need you to say anything. You're not controlling the ratings. You don't contribute to whatever the Nielsen rating in music is.
Right.
You don't contribute to that.
Yeah, you're just another stat. You know what I mean? Another stat, another number. So
that's correct.
Yeah. Sheesh. Well, I mean, I gotta get ready to run because I got another show in out with 45 minutes. But I'm glad we got to do this. It's been a long time. We had our longest break ever, and I'm glad we got to rock. We're gonna be back, not in February because February is next week. We'll be back March first Monday or Wednesday of March. We'll connect on that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. I've been waiting to talk about this for a while, and I always appreciate your perspective because you've been in the business too, so that you're always going to have that side. Yes. I'm going to have like my angle as a fan and just kind of doing what I do. But it's dope, man. I appreciate your perspective. I'm glad we got to really talk on this, man.
I appreciate your wisdom as well, brother, man. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was great.
Up this YouTube that flows better than that Instagram.
Oh yeah, it's good. We know it's good. So it's clear, clean and stuff. So trying to level up. So we will be back, everybody, next March. This has been episode 51 of Constant Elevation with Brother Jay. All 50 of our prior episodes are on the Carrying the Culture YouTube channel. This is very important for both of us. We've been doing this for going on 4 years. We try to do it. Life comes up, but we still try to keep pushing, keep going. And it's I'm honored to continue to do this with you, man. Really am. You know what I'm saying? It's a pleasure.
Thank you for the time and the organization.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you everybody for rocking with us. We'll get this up on the YouTube channel. And you and I will talk soon, man. X-Clan documentary, to the East Black. Doc, still working on that, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As
Yes,
I
everybody.
see the elements that are needed to do that, bro. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a
To
lot
do
of
it right, to do it right. Because here's the thing: you could pump this out and you could have gotten out a long time ago. I know, and just based on, but to do something right, people don't take the time to put that effort in.
that's
So
right.
do it right, or don't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the
That's the
fuck you
right
gonna
part.
do it for?
That's right. That's the proper.
So yeah, I'm grateful. I mean, I always think about it, but I'm like, when it comes, it will be the right time, and I know it will be done at a high quality, and we'll need it when we'll get it when we need it. So I'm waiting. So thank you, brother. We will talk soon. You be
I
well.
give everybody my regards, man. I'll be in touch.
Absolutely, same here. Stay warm out there. We'll talk soon.
Salute. Blessings.
All right, peace, family.